Love these classic motorcycles. Every year I get older and they stay the same age. Welcome one and all to Willow Springs, California, home of the Corsa Moto Classica vintage motorcycle race. This is the 2019 edition. This is where you can see vintage motorcycles race and hear them run up close and personal. You will definitely want to bring a pickup truck and a big giant burlap bag full of money with a dollar sign on it, because there's a ton of motorcycles for sale that you have never seen before and have always wanted to have, even though you've never seen them. So let's take a look at some of the classic motorcycles in the motorcycle competition. In this competition, it's kind of unique because some of these bikes will actually be raced later on, so they have to have the competition early enough so that you can get your bike out of here and warm it up and get it on the track. And some of them are just beautiful. Check it out. You like the English style? There you go. You like a lawnmower engine on wheels? There you go. Royal Enfield, that one's it's to 2000 model. And there's the Ariel Square 4. Beautiful. There's the Ducati. Of course, America. There's the Harley Davidson, the OG Gangster 1926 model, son. Norton, that one's for sale. It's got a tag. I think it was close to $7,000. There's a moped. Mopeds are sexy and classic now. There's a little teeny Honda. There's what is that? A Cushman, maybe. That looks like a bicycle with an engine on it. Gilera Saturno or something. I don't know. And then back in the old days when they were trying to be aerodynamic, there you go, an aerodynamic bike. We got bicycles on motors. And one of the best things about this show is if you are interested at all in engineering and science and how things are put together, it's just kind of neat to see how the previous generation did it. Ooh, hold up. Vintage two-stroke dirt bikes. Yep. Back when it was legal to be dirty and blow oil everywhere. MV Augusta. Oh, Yankee. That's rare. And there's the BS motorcycle, Bridgestone. This Mongrel, that's a Suzuki Savage. This one's $42,000 they want for a KZ900. I don't have that. Perhaps you do. BS. And then the Harley Davidson. So the science that I was talking about, there's a giant gear in the back wheel connected to a little teeny gear that goes up to a thingy that spins a thing that runs the speedometer that doesn't work anyway because this one's going to 100 kilometers an hour. But man, what you had to go through. Ducati, if you wanted a fuel gauge, you just had to stick a piece of masking tape on the tank when you painted it, and you got yourself a fuel gauge, son. Could you put a whole motor, gas tank, exhaust pipe, and everything in a wheel hub on a bicycle? Yup. If the Nazis bomb the hell out of your country, you can come up with damn near anything. So there you go. And if you want to kind of mix an engine with pedals with all of that, what is that, a Moto Dogito? Is that even a thing? I don't know. I'm not your best guide. And then while you're there, what's the best pit bike to have? I entered the pit bike competition. That guy had a spare tire and parts. All these Honda people brought progressively bigger and smaller Hondas. My pit bike is a 1,000-watt, 48-volt beach cruiser with a key and a twist grip, and I don't have to mix two-stroke oil, so it's perfect. So speaking of two-strokes, if you wanted to watch trials racing, vintage style with old motorcycles trying to bounce over rocks, yeah, that happens here too. It's all kinds of racing as long as your motorcycle is ancient and crusty and makes a beautiful noise. And then in terms of road racing, let's take a look at the Honda CB160 class. In this class, you got to push start your bike. There is no Kickstarter on this one. You got to manually grab it, run with it, and fire it up. Let's check it out. that was the Honda CB160s. Here's the sound of all the motorcycles together on the practice lap so you can hear the beautiful vintage sound. And if you hate motorcycles or you bring somebody with you who hates motorcycles, right behind the Budweiser balcony is the drift pad. So send them up there to watch some shenanigans and they'll be fine for hours.
Shut up, bird. And while you're there, if you're looking for a project, check out the Ford Junkyard. It's all the Fords from your past. Station wagons, a bunch of rancheros, and see if you can make a deal on your next new old car.